Okay, so you're a small business owner. You feel that that's enough responsibility for you. How would you like to be in charge of more than 2,000 businesses in Arizona and just inhale slowly and listen to Kimber Lanning? Kimber Lanning, what's it like? Your title is?
Executive Director of Local First Arizona.
I remember when you were humble with just a few small businesses. You wanted people to buy locally, at least consider buying locally. And now how many?
We have just over 2,500
Why
businesses
has it grown
in the
like
coalition. Because we are really helping people identify quality local businesses. I think when you're in Arizona, you have to look a little bit harder for the locally owned businesses, but when people find them, they're like, oh yeah, I love the local barber, the local chef. All of those things make people feel comfortable and they feel like they're home and they're proud of their home. And so I think we're just reminding people about what it felt like in their town where they moved here from.
As you are often inclined to say, Kimber, I have been in Arizona and Phoenix in particular since Camelback Mountain was a hump. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
Right.
But I don't ever understand the attitudes of people here when it comes to constantly diminishing our economy, our image, everything when it comes to selling ourselves outside the state. Why do we do that?
We have this sort of collective low self-esteem, and I think it's because it's easy. I think we've become a scapegoat for a lot of people, and I see it with a lot of young people. They might move away because they think this place is horrible and the reason their life isn't the way they want it to be is because of this place. And then they move somewhere else and realize, oh wait, it was me, not that place. So they end up kind of slinking back to Arizona because they realize it's affordable, there's so much opportunity here, the weather is amazing. I mean, we have so many great assets here. It's a great place to start a business. So I think that it takes a while for people to realize it and appreciate it. And I think that also we have low self-esteem in our leadership as well. I think we don't take those risks and lay down the law in certain areas. We should not continue to sprawl. We know that sprawl has been linked to everything from unhealthy lifestyles, lack of attachment to place, all the way to obesity. We need to think about growing in a different manner, building healthier communities that have more density. Millennials will tell you in survey after survey after survey, they want to live in dense, walkable environments where they don't have to have a car. They want vibrancy. They want respect and understanding for diversity. And we need to be on the front edge of that rather than just continuing to build what the last generation wanted and then scratching our heads and wondering, where did everybody go?
Boy, there's no problem with self-esteem in Texas.
Right.
Whether it's Austin, an incredible community that used to be just the home of the University of Texas and the state government. Now it's dynamic and restaurants and music and all of these things, but not just Austin. All over Texas, they are proudly attracting people because they're saying, come to Texas, you're going to love it.
No doubt. And here's something that I'll probably catch you off guard, but Tempe could be ahead of where Austin is today if they had stayed the course in the 1980s. They had a thriving, burgeoning restaurant scene, live music scene. There were 5 venues with live music on a regular basis that you could walk to, and their city government came in and sterilized it and started incentivizing chains to move in, and their sales tax revenues decreased 8 years in a row. 7 to 8% a year, year over year over year, until it bottomed out at nearly 50% vacancy. And those are the types of mistakes we make here in Arizona because we have leadership that doesn't fully understand the people who live here. They're disconnected.
Why are we so suicidal? No, we've only got a minute left. How can we stop being suicidal?
So I think it's really important for people to think about how they relate to the community around them. And if they choose a local auto mechanic, a local person to cut their hair, figuring out which local businesses they can really connect to, get to know the owners. Try a local restaurant at least 1 in 5 times. Get to know the chef and the owner. It sounds very overly simplistic, but it isn't. You start to feel differently about the place that you live. I submit if you want to fix the education system in Arizona, first you have to have an entire community that feels accountable for it. And right now we have too many people who think it's somebody else's problem.
All right, so having answered at least 311 questions that before this had not been solved. How do people get in touch with you if they have a local business?
Our website is localfirstaz.com. You can also call our office, which is right downtown on Roosevelt Street. We have offices in Phoenix and Tucson, up in the northern Arizona region. So we're easy to reach, localfirstaz.com. Visit the directory. We've got 2,500 businesses, easy to search and connect to a local business near you.
That's Kimber Lanning. I'm convinced. Are you? I hope so, because that's one of the reasons why we asked her, what's it like